Good morning. Toby here with the Center for Complementary and Alternative Health. Thought I would touch bases and put a video together regarding the election that took place. It was definitely an interesting election, but there's a lot of issues going on, and I'm hoping things can be resolved. I am a Democrat and I voted Republican, but that's not here nor there. The issue now is this election, I was hoping was either going to be definitive one way or the other. Either Biden would have won, Vice President Biden would have won, or President Trump would have won handily. Either one. Unfortunately, that is not what has happened. Based on results, it looks like during the day of the election, President Trump had won almost every state when people voted in person. Vice President Biden, on the other hand, won almost every state with mail-in. So now comes the dilemma. No matter how the outcome of this election is going to be, there is going to be tension and the tensions are going to be so bad and so divided. So there needs to be some way to unify this country. And I'm hoping both Biden and Trump do come up with a solution. I personally have an idea where I hopefully they will consider it regarding the outcome. What I think should happen, which has never been done before, is that they need to take a look at both parties since it's so close and the vote, the popular vote is so close. Biden is ahead by a couple million, but for the sake of principles, it is definitely a 50-50. So that means this country's divided. So let's say Joe Biden wins. Wow. Then you're going to have the conservatives or the Republican part feel that it was taken from them, and the animosity and the tensions are going to be there. If President Trump retains the election, the left or the radical part of the Democratic Party is probably going to go to the street, and you're going to see a lot of issues. So how do you resolve it? I'm going to put a proposal together, and I'm hoping it is radical enough that both President Trump and Vice President Joe Biden consider. I think that with the outcome, if Joe Biden wins, has the electoral votes, he should be the president. And I think President Trump should be the vice president. They need to revise this. That will resolve the parties. Same thing on the other hand. I think if President Trump retains the election, I think that they should discuss it, and under a mutual agreement, Biden should be the vice president. I know it sounds crazy and it's out there, but you have to do something to make sure each party has some kind of a voice. You've got to resolve this. If you go with one party all the way, I'm worried of what the results are going to be. Consider it. It's never been done. There has been times through history where Democrats put Republicans in their cabinet and vice versa, Republicans put Democrats. But I'm telling you from what I see out there and from the hostility and the animosity and the violence, there has to be a solution. And I think that is probably the only way you're going to resolve it. Like I said, if Trump wins, Biden should be his vice president. And I think Pence and the chameleon Harris should agree to this. I think it's for the best of the country, and it could heal. I'm hoping it would allow it to heal. It would appease both sides, I feel. But if it goes through where President Trump wins, there's going to be tension. If Joe Biden wins, there's going to be challenges and commissions. You're going to have a group that says, Trump is not my president, which that goes on now. And then you're going to have others say that Biden is not my president. and then you're going to have the tensions. Again, I'm asking that Trump and Biden meet, go over this, come up with some kind of mutual agreement should it go one way or the other. I'm praying our country will come back as united, but unfortunately, you have a media that presses for division. Maxine Waters is probably one of the most dangerous person in politics, because when you turn around and tell somebody to get in another politician's face, that's dangerous. We need to stop that. I mean, you have other people from the Obamas, and it's from both parties. I am actually disappointed in both of them. I wish there was a third party, the United Americans, but hopefully things will cool down and the parties will get together. But in this circumstance, I believe the situation dictates that the president's this election needs to be unified one way or the other. So please consider it. Give me your opinions down below. Subscribe. I'm usually talking about supplements and iodine and health. And this right here, I believe, is actually more important than health, because it's going to cause stress and a lot of issues. But consider it. I'm asking President Trump, Vice President Biden, please meet, come up with a mutual agreeable situation before this thing ends. Come up with an idea that if one wins, the other one is going to work as a vice president and vice versa. I think that's about the only way. Just an idea. It might keep from the chaos that might ensue. Thank you, and stay safe.